The man dug out a hand from the sand. He immediately picked up the pace because a child was buried inside. The rescue team got a call a moment ago. An 8-year-old fell into a sand pit. The captain rushed to the scene. Seeing the kid's dad using a shovel, the captain shoved him aside, started digging barehanded. Turns out, using tools recklessly could hurt the kid. The rest of the team arrived. They slapped some boards on the surface, stuck dividers all around to keep the sand pile from caving in again. After many shovels, a little hand finally emerged. Following the captain's lead, everyone pitched in. Finally, the kid's head was uncovered. A firefighter handed over an oxygen tank, put a mask on the kid. After a few minutes, the kid suddenly gasped for air. Dad hears the kids up, rushes to the sand pile, but the firefighters put the brakes on him. Looks like this dad still hasn't learned his lesson. What a poor kid. The dude continued to push the door relentlessly, completely ignoring the woman's situation. Firefighters warned him to lay off the glass, told him to shut up, and move to the back. They quickly smashed the glass and went in. While the medic was giving the woman a painkiller, the greasy older guy roared again, forcefully shoving the door, making the woman scream in pain. The firefighter told him to give it another shot, promising to let him chill inside for a day. They then successfully getting the woman out. To make sure the greasy guy learned a lesson, the firefighter came back, firmly jamming the revolving door, leaving the messy older guy behind. So, what do you think? Did the firefighter's actions hit the spot? The old man had a mysterious black something in his mouth. The firefighter touched it. Just a moment ago, the firefighter got an urgent call. The grandpa had been playing hide-and-seek with society for nearly 2 months. The landlord panicked and dialed the firefighter hotline. Upon arrival, they discovered grandpa chilling on the sofa. As the firefighter approached for an investigation, Grandpa, faced with a barrage of questions, responded with a painful pantomime of silence. At the moment, the firefighter found something black in his mouth. She asked Grandpa to spit it out, but he turned into a head-shaking dance-off. The firefighter then realized its tongue, a superheroic injection and a race to the hospital for an emergency tonguectomy. A black bear snarls and stands up. The woman quickly drops down, playing dead, but they raise their hands, totally confusing the bear. It grumbles away, throwing a tantrum. Just a minute ago, the woman was yelling, claiming the bear attacked her. The husband's situation is even worse. He's missing his entire nose. Lucky for them, there were firefighters camping nearby. They get the woman to lie down, carefully cutting off the bear-touched sleeve. Her arm is torn up bad. The firefighter uses a rope to temporarily halt the bleeding. Now, the urgent task is finding the man's nose. Everyone starts looking around, praying they won't end up as bear snacks. Right then, a little bear pops out. The man asks, "Should we lie down and play dead?"
Brown bear, yes. Black bear, no. Stay calm. Identify yourself. Get big.
We're human, and we don't taste good.
All 4 slowly raise their hands. Believe it or not, the black bear actually strolls away. The firefighter peered in to take a look. A boy was trapped in a narrow laundry chute. The expression on the face is extremely painful. Without a word, the firefighter broke the wall and dug a hole. At the moment, the mother came back. When she saw her son bawling like a little kid, the mom lost it in an instant, spotting her youngest son curled up in that narrow pipe. The grieving mom wished it was her stuck in there. Quickly, the boy was sent to the hospital but didn't make it. A few days later, the mom showed up at the fire station. Turns out, the boys' school had taken them on a tour here before. Ever since then, the boy dreamed of becoming a firefighter, so the mom hoped them would keep a photo of the boy. The chief stuck the boy's photo on a display board as a reminder that every rescue mission demands full dedication. On the day of the boy's funeral, the firefighters showed up and guided the boy through his final journey. One piece, 2 pieces, 6 pieces. The hot girl had hidden more than 10 contact lenses in her eyes. Just now, 911 received a distress call. The old lady complained of a severe headache, but she claimed her overall health was fine. So, the paramedic whipped out a flashlight to check her pupils, suspecting there might be something off in her eyes. Turns out, the elderly lady usually wore contact lenses for convenience. When asked if she often forgot to take them off, she insisted the lenses just fell out on their own. But the lenses didn't actually fall out. They were stuck in her eyes, causing the headache. The team disinfected her eyes first. Then, with a cotton swab, the squad leader extracted 2 lenses. Surprisingly, more and more lenses followed suit. In the end, she pulled out a total of 10. Now, the elderly lady has decided to switch to glasses with frames in the future. Did you forget to remove your contact lenses? Something strange seemed to be moving in her cheek.
Okay.
Just a moment ago, the firefighters received a rescue call. They found a woman in a lounge. She continuously scratches her cheeks. As the firefighters approached, they noticed something squirming in her cheek. The woman explained she was bitten by insects yesterday and thought it was just an allergic reaction. However, the security guard insisted on quarantine. The firefighters stressed the urgency of saving a life.
It's moving again, please!
They applied ice packs at 80 degrees to calm whatever was inside her, and then proceeded to take her to the hospital. The girl's face turned blue, and blood streamed from her eyes. Upon examination, the firefighter discovered the girl was choking on food. The man explained she had passed out while eating a hot dog. The firefighter attempted the Heimlich maneuver to dislodge the food, but it was unsuccessful. It seemed they needed the assistance of some pliers. They inserted the pliers into the girl's mouth, applying pressure to her abdomen while gripping the object. Finally, they managed to extract the obstruction. The girl narrowly escaped danger. So, the moral of the story, don't wolf down the food, or free Wi-Fi of hospital will wait for you. The poor girl, shouting in agony, clutches her eyes. The firefighter, looking puzzled, queries about the eye intruder. The girl drops her hands. Voila, there's a teeny tiny fish hook perched on her eye. The dad was nervous. The firefighter suggests a glamorous recline on the nearby bench, reassuring her not to break into a nervous tap dance. Thankfully, the hook hasn't transformed her eye into a pirate's treasure. The medic took out the scissors from the bag, severing the fishy connection, and wrapping the girl's head like a trendy piglet. The next steps are entrusted to the professional doctors. The girl's water just broke. In the midst of the madness, the darn car tire blows out. Luckily, a firefighter happened to be cruising by and pulled over to lend a hand. The guy hops out of the car, desperately urging her to rush and help his missus, but that car door just won't budge. No matter how hard she yank, the poor girl's having intense contractions, screaming her lungs out. At the moment, the dude strolls over to a pillar, starts smacking his own arm against it, trying to pop his dislocated joint back in place to be of some use, but he ends up knocking himself out cold. The firefighter has left with no choice but to save the guy first. The man's head's a bloody mess. The firefighter pleads with the guy to quit stirring the pot, tells him to just sit tight by the car, but the guy's already nodding off.
Hey, eyes open! You need to stay awake.
Okay.
Hey.
The girl's about to give birth. The firefighter springs into action to deliver the baby. The hubby's trying to distract her with memories of their first date, but she's still freaking out big time.
You've delivered a baby on the side of the road in the rain with a mom-to-be trapped inside a car wreck?
The firefighter, kind of shrugging, says every childbirth is unique. Girl's emotions are all over the place. Firefighter suggests she think about eggs.
No matter how hard you shake it, that egg, when you crack it open, how does the yolk look? It's yellow, it's round, it's intact, it's totally fine.
Babies are tough, like the yolk. Even if you're getting tossed around in the car, no need to worry about the little one inside. The girl's like, I smell something weird. Dude hurries over to check. Turns out the car's leaking oil. Roadside flares catch it. The fire's spreading fast towards the car.